Personalization touch must be very, very important to find out what exactly has happened to the boy.
The other people are talking in the group, but these two people, their silent speech.
Whether you like me, I am in your heart. If you dislike me, I am in your mind. You have to take it very seriously, like a commitment. Or upon the institute. Institute comes next. First, the individual comes because it's service industry, as you know. Vivekananda once said.
It's not just a title, it's a reminder that we need to act as soon as possible.
Because they know ये profession किसको जोड़ेगा नहीं.
And as for the 0 hour, what indicators do you look at beyond formal completes to detect whether marginalized or quieter students are disproportionately? Ragging isn't just an outdated initial ritual. It has metamorphosized into very different forms. It leaves wounds, it leaves scars that takes years to be treated. It shatters people's confidence. It turns dream life of university into little nightmares. And to tackle all of this, we at SOA English Café, we are doing this anti-ragging podcast supported by SOA Photography Club. And today we have been vested upon by the presence of Professor Jyoti Ranjan, Dean of Student Welfare, SOA Siksha O Anusandhan, deemed to be university. Recently, he has been appointed as a committee member of the ICTE, and he acts as the bridge between administration and students. Thank you, sir. So let's start with the questions. Before that, I would like to introduce you to the title of our podcast, which is 0 hour, which defines that there is no time left to take action. We need to take immediate actions. And therefore, we should continue with the questions. My first question to you is, ragging often leaves invisible scars. And it is often difficult to notice emotional harm. So, what human-centered frameworks have you built to catch this before students reach that particular breaking point?
Your question is a very genuine one. And out of my experience, what I can say, you have to go as much as deep you can go. Nowadays, you people are talking about deep learning, which is a part of machine learning. It is like that. Unless and until the person who is dealing with me, like me, dealing with a student who is affected or apprehensive of being affected, till my satisfaction, I have to deal with. Once I get the gateway to enter into the solution, I feel I should stop here. Personalization touch must be very, very important to find out what exactly has happened to the boy or the girl.
That's a really great approach, sir, to understand what the person has actually went.
Yes.
To understand like the problems that they have faced. Like it gives them.
Because as you all of you know, a well-defined problem is half solved. But it is very difficult to define the problem.
Yeah, it adds that personal touch. Yes. And moving on to the second question. Now, trust.
Trust.
Yes, exactly. So, students, they often hesitate to trust the institutional help, which is common. So, how have you worked to help shift this trust deficit to a tangible belief in your office?
Really, what you are asking, in my own opinion, it is not a very generic, what I can say, perception. It varies from person to person who is actually dealing or who is given the responsibility to resolve the issue. Suppose the same student come to 3 teachers and he will have 3 different opinions. Upon 2, he doesn't have a trust because of the credibility of the faculty or the experience of the faculty or the behavior of the faculty or even how the faculty receives the problem of the student. But if you ask me, it is not at all a problem for me. I can build trust even at the quickest possible time because I know how to build the trust. Building trust is basically a quality or characteristics of an individual. And unless and until a student doesn't have the trust upon the individual or upon the institute, institute comes next. First, the individual comes because it's service industry, as you know. We are playing the role of the service encounter because we deliver the service on behalf of the university. And if the student is not happy upon me, it is indirectly affecting the credibility of the institution that the university has appointed such persons. Those are not able to even create a trust upon the student. It is personalized. It is not that you can make it generalized.
Yeah.
Anybody who go, nobody is able to build trust. No, it's not like that. You bring anyone, I can bring the trust.
That's so beautiful, sir, to help the students understanding them something.
Yes, yes.
Moving on to the next question, sir. How do you tailor mental health initiatives? So once someone might have gone through ragging, but the trauma stays. So how do you address trauma post ragging, but actively buffer students from becoming vulnerable in the first place?
I think this question is mostly connected to the hostel layer
Yes.
or borders. It is not happening that way in the colleges or for the day scholars. We have a 24/7 vigilant system. Like in a hostel, we have caretakers, and they have been trained in such a way that they can report if they find someone finds to be abnormal. Going college, coming back to hostel, taking his meal, but his behavior is not found to be normal. And in that cases, the student, the person doesn't know that his information is already reported to my office. That this person, the boy or the girl, doesn't look proper, or the kind of behavior he's showing. He's not disturbing anybody, but the way he's making a move, walk out of the hostel, not finds to be normal. In that case, we call him. Any problem to you? You are looking like aloof. You feel yourself isolated, or you prefer to be getting isolated. In that case, slowly, gradually, it takes time, either a week or a fortnight, to extract what exactly has happened to. And he will be surprised sometimes why I have been called. And he's not feeling that he is the problem. Nobody has created the problem. He himself is the problem, or he has faced something, or he has badly experienced something which he doesn't want to expose to others, share with others. That's what is the what you can say internal or reasoning behind the trauma. And accordingly we deal with that. Even sometimes we consult the psychiatric doctors too.
It is really wonderful, sir. Like how you have how data driven have you become, that you're examining the students what they might be going through, and the back end you're
In one word I can say, in this question you have to be very, very proactive.
yes.
It is not that student will come to us, student will report. You have to be proactive.
It's like we are examining. You
Yeah.
are examining.
Even you are talking in a group, suppose in your campus engineering, 10, 15 students are talking in a group. Somebody feels that they are talking, they are gossiping, they are enjoying. But I took it in a very different way. I at least observed for a few minutes whether they are really talking or they are just initiating for something going to be wrong to the university or to any individual or a part or member of the group.
It's like the other people are talking in the group, but these two people, their silent speech, and silence is the loudest signal. So moving on to the next question. What innovative mechanisms, perhaps drawn from peer-led intervention or student communities, have worked well and why?
We have to take the question in a positive way. Like you said, the English Café or SOA Photography Club, or we had that virtual showreel. We have academic clubs, we have environment clubs, we have science club. Actually, this way you can what you can say, disseminate the ability of a student, or you can also check out how far you are good in this or that. Unless and until you do have the platform, you cannot evaluate the actual potential of a student. And by this, the mental ability or mental stress have been scattered to different areas. And slowly you see somebody is seem to be very docile or ashamed of their friends, or not interested to do. And after 15 days or 1 month, he's the most active person of your group. And it is all happening because of a good team with him, because of what we call the impact of the environment or impact of a good group or bad group. That way you can manage this.
Thanks to authorities to so giving us support, and that way we are having this
Because,
bodies.
suppose you are coming to me to form a new club, and I'm not interested in that club, either the name or the purpose of the club. You take it easy in front of no sir chalega, but actually you didn't take it easy. मैंने इतना बार यूनिवर्सिटी में इधर उधर 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 इतने टीचर के पास गया, हमारा कुछ नहीं हुआ. you take it very negatively, and you wait for something to come where you add everything, and you say this university is not good, but you never say that for that club you are disclosing all these, and but that is the main cause behind this. That is the root, because we have not held you 3 months before, while you have come to me for many times to form a group, we initiate an activity which I denied, whether personally or it is the direction of the competent authority. But in that case, we have to be very, very, what you can say, very, very professional. Actually, what is desire and what we can do rationally.
Yes. What we desire and what we need to do.
Yes.
Yes. We have to look at the positive outlook too. Yes. So moving on to the second last question. How are family members, family members, especially guardians, they are unfamiliar with college culture. We are familiar, but they,
With the college culture.
yes. So how do you integrate your support network without violating student confidentiality?
Is it really required for them to know what is happening?
I think that's something that they should be informed. It's like too much disclosure is again a problem, but keeping them in the dark is again a huge problem too.
Unlike recent days, if I say about the solving of grievances or solving of disputes or solving of problems related to students, nowadays we are having a new policy. On spot, we call the parents, whether it is a small issue or a big issue, whether you like me or you dislike me. Vivekananda once said, whether you like me, I am in your heart. If you dislike me, I am in your mind. So I don't bother whether you like me or dislike me, because I have to give justice to my chair. So last few years, I have personally changed a strategy. Suppose a complaint has come against you, and immediately I call you. And what will be your reaction? Sorry, sir. Please leave me. Don't tell my parents. Mother is not well. Father is a cardiac patient. I don't, just listen. I simply tell whatever may be the position or situation. Then again, why did you do this? You didn't know before doing this. Your father is not good, not well, or your mother is not well. Even after that, we have done. I'll not leave you unless you connect your father to me. You have to connect. And then only I report. And slowly, gradually, we see student grievance, complaints, or indiscipline from student side is going day by day reduced. Because they know ये प्रोफेसर किसको जोड़ेगा नहीं भाई. आज का ये दुनिया का और ये आज का ये साल का सबसे खराब दिन आज आ गया, क्योंकि प्रोफेसर दास ने बुलाया. I never call somebody for a good reason. I tell you, 95% of my 100 transactions is into calling for a bad reason. He is not bad, I am not bad. But calling for a bad reason, that is the responsibility I am dealing with. And if you see, if there are 50 students outside my room, that means something went wrong.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah, it is. It is really important to not let things go unnoticed and families being.
and why again this question has come to your mind? The possibility or the possible reasons may be how we are making parents updated. Whether you are grown up or not grown, you are always a child before your parents.
Yes.
So it is our responsibility to communicate, to inform. आपका बेटा और बेटी कॉलेज में ये हाँ क्या कर रहे हैं, वो पता नहीं था, आपने तो मेरा आंख खोल दिया. ऐसा होता है कभी कभी. पेरेंट्स आर
Yes.
totally surprised,
Totally oblivious about.
and hopefully it is not happening in case of anybody present here.
No, sir.
Uh,
I can assure
okay.
that it's not happening. It's coming to the last question of this episode. What indicators do you look at beyond formal complaints to detect whether marginalized or
Can you repeat?
what indicators do you look at beyond formal complaints to detect whether marginalized or quieter students are disproportionately targeted?
I can tell one thing. I have my own scanning mechanism. Suppose you commit a mistake and it is reported to me and my office. I have my own scanner. Own scanner means not AI or CCTV. I have my own network that is called grapevine, informal communication channels. You next day you move to Rajmal Square or to a mall. That case also, I'm collecting some information that we have gone to Rajmal Square, whether it is Reliance Max, something like the Reliance Trends. Why I'm observing. I've taken it personally. I will revise this boy
Okay.
or I'll revise this student. I take it personally and I take a minimum time limit of 2 weeks, 15 days.
Okay.
Like a doctor prescribes initially a 10 days or 15 days dose, then only he wants to see whether the medicine is working or
No.
not. And within 15 days, I have seen more than 85 students get revived by themselves only. And they don't need to come to me. And even I don't need to call them again. I have the data and feedback. And after that, those 10-15% do not get revived. Again, second scanner, another 15 days. Slowly, gradually, either they have to leave the campus or they have to leave my office. But I will not leave them unless I get them advice. You have to take it very seriously, like a commitment or a what you can say promise. It is not that promise is a very personal kind. Promise is everywhere. Na? You have to. And you are making a promise for your university who has given you bread and butter, who is your alma mater, and who has given you the identity too. Am I right?
Yes, so totally. It's very beautiful. The approach of yours is taking things to a personal level, examining students in a way they also feel acknowledged. And ragging. Ragging thrives in silence, but as in conversation with you, it grows in solidarity. And what we've heard today is prevention isn't a single rule. It's the
Okay.
culture that we are building, that you are building, most importantly, built by counselors who hear,
Yes.
students who intervene, and parents who are
Okay.
regularly informed. So, and as for the 0 hour, it's not just a title; it's a reminder that we
Yes.
need to act as soon as possible. To every student who is listening, if you see it, speak it. To every counselor, if you hear it, address it. And together, we can make sure that ragging has no place in our institution, our culture, or even our conversations. And thank you, sir, for your valuable time. Thank you to the audience, too.
Thank you.